Hi everyone, welcome back. Now we'll be talking quickly about polarity. So polarity just means that there is an uneven distribution of electrons in a molecule. And this uneven distribution creates a difference in charges. And as you can see on the top, we have water as an example, where oxygen is very electronegative, so it holds the electrons in its bonds to water and its bonds to hydrogen really close, and so the hydrogens become slightly positive and the oxygen becomes more negative. And you can find, and each of these bonds can be classified as purely covalent, polar covalent, or ionic, and you could just do this using a periodic table with the electronegativity values of each element. And for each bond, you can just find the difference in electronegativity or affinity for electrons. And depending on that difference, we can decide whether the bond is ionic, polar covalent, or pure covalent. And that's all there is to it. Here is a periodic table displaying general behaviors. So as you can see, molecules made up of polar and non-polar components end up being polar, and these elements themselves tend to be polar or non-polar based on this trend. And if you remember to a few videos back, we know that electronegativity goes from bottom to top and left to right on the periodic table. And so the electronegativity trend goes this way. And it just so happens that as fluorine, as these guys tend to be the most electronegative atoms, they're also very polar. So if we pair them up with something on the opposite side, like hydrogen, we end up with a very polar molecule.